just relax and breathe in Brown's gas.
Hydroxy.
Hi, welcome to the Quick Tree Workshop. My name is Christoph, and in today's video I want to revisit a little bit about my hydrogen generator. In one of my previous videos about my hydrogen generator, I showed you how I rebuilt and serviced it. You can find a link to that video in the description, and also you can find a link there at the top corner. So to give you a little bit of history, so about 2 decades ago, a friend of mine told me about these devices she saw while traveling in India, and she was raving about it. And she said it's amazing because they've got these batteries, car batteries, and it's connected to this device with wires and bottles, and then it produces a flame that is hot enough to melt metals. And it's called Brown's gas, and that led me on a few years journey of research and investigating. And I decided at one stage I need to build myself one of these. I saw that you can buy them online from Chinese manufacturers, but I also read a lot of negative reviews about the materials they used. So I investigated to use the best materials, and I designed my own machine. And you can see that video, a link in the description to that video. So where I'm at now, I've drained the machine. I wanted to clean it. For a couple of years now, I know that there's health benefits to this type of gas that the machine makes, Brown's gas. It's also called Hydroxy, HHO, and there's various ways, various different technologies. So basically, this machine produces Brown's gas. It does not produce hydrogen and oxygen. There's a whole list of different gases that's being produced inside the electrolyzers. The machines that uses membranes, they actually only produce hydrogen and oxygen. They don't have the advantage if there's no membrane between the plates. If there's only electrolyte, then something else happens in between the plates, which produces various other gases. Like, for example, if you look at this diagram, you can see. So, as you can see, there's 7 different elements or compounds in Brown's gas. Which the first one is just a hydrogen molecule. Then there's the second state of hydrogen, stable isotope of hydrogen, which is 2H or H2. It is also called deuterium. And then normal water vapor, H2O, is in the gas. There's also structured water, which is referred to as H3O2. There's a bit of controversy about this. Scientists doesn't agree all, but you can do your own research. Makes sense to me that the molecules of water and hydrogen, of oxygen and hydrogen, can actually be attracted to each other in a honeycomb structure. Then there's another form of water, a plasma form of water, which is referred to as electrically expanded water. And lastly, there's oxygen, O2, 2 oxygen molecules, and 1 oxygen molecule, O. So those are the components, and depending on what the electrolyte is, and depending on how clean the water is, I mean, if you put mineral water in and there's salts in, it can also produce chlorine gas that will be mixed into the gas, and we all know that's not a good thing. So basically we use clean water, and my machine has been running because I've been using it for making hot flames and melting stuff. It's been using electrolyte of potassium hydroxide, which is also referred to as KOH. So what I've done here is I've drained my machine, I washed it, and I've known from previous experiments that even if I don't put any electrolyte in it, and even a little bit of remaining KOH that's in the machine will still produce gas. So this beast produces about 10 to 12 liters of Brown's gas per minute, and that is enough to make a very substantial hot flame to melt things. It consumes around about 1,800 to 2,000 watts. You can say around about 2 kilowatts. And this machine runs from the mains power. Here in South Africa, it uses 220 volts from the mains, which is rectified to DC volts, and electrolyzes the water and breaks up the molecules, the water molecules, into their components. So what I want to investigate, I've recently stumbled on many videos about the health benefits of Brown's gas. So although this is a very flammable gas, if it's mixed in air, in a mixture less than 4%, it's not flammable, it can't explode. So inside these bubblers, it is volatile, and it can explode if there's a spark. So for safety, I've got various different safety features that are built in. One of them is this little spring and ball that just will pop up like this if there's a sudden expansion of gas. There's a membrane at the top here that will also burst if there's something going on here. But in all the years I've operated this machine, I've never had any problems with it as it is, and there's only once where the flame jumped back and exploded my main bubbler. And also for testing how beneficial this is for my health, rinsing the machine out, I'm gonna put it through three separate bubblers. This one will get rid of most of the remaining KOH that might end up in this bubbler. I'm going to fill it about halfway with water, clean water, and you'll see bubbles forming if I switch it on. And then this gas will go through this little small bubbler. It's just because I had it like this. That goes there. And then finally I'm going to put that through another bubbler with clean water, so that where did I put it now? So this one, I'm just cleaning it up. It's the one that I had. I'm going to wash it properly and clean it. And this will be the last wash of the gas through clean water. So these also acts as one-way valves. So if something goes there, it won't go past, can't jump past this bubbler because it's bubbling through the water. So yes, I'm not a medical expert. I'm not a doctor. I didn't study anything medical or science-wise. I'm just a tinkerer, and I want to share with you my findings of experimenting with this, because I feel it's worth it. I wouldn't suggest that you do anything that you see me doing here. This is just for your entertainment, for watching. I'm not going to publish any papers or anything about it. I'm not promoting my machine to be used in this manner. However, if you're really interested, you can look in the description of the video. I'll put some links there to people that are promoting their technology and their machine for use in health benefits, and they can then take you on your journey. But for now, I just want to test this machine and see if there's any benefits for my health. And I'll update you with my findings, and we'll see where it goes. So without further ado, what I want to do now is I want to fill this machine. I've drained it, it's empty. I want to fill it with clean water and just see how it goes. I'm filling this main bubbler with clean water. This one is filled, and then from here, so to refill the machine with clean water, I find it easier to fill it from the bottom up, because otherwise it traps air. So if you look at this pipe here, is a pipe that I use to drain it. It connects with the right at the bottom. So if there's a little bit of water left in there, a little bit left. It's been standing and draining the whole day. 99% of the water removed. So now I'm also using the same pipe that's connected to the bottom pipes, this network. I'm using the same pipe to fill it up from the bottom up. And to get the water in here the quickest way, is either with a funnel, but then you're going to stand here with the bottle all day long. The other way is to take a soda bottle. Let me just remove this label. I worry so much, but you can see what's happening. And what I'm going to do, I've added this nozzle to the lid, to the top, and just put some hot glue around there to seal it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on here and then connect that with the pipe. So it's a nice secure fit, and then just cut the back side, the top open. So if I keep this bottle full, the water will just push up in the machine continually and fill it from the bottom up, because inside here there's lots of little plates with small holes in between. So it takes some time for the water to go out, and if you fill it from the top, then air gets trapped in there, and then it's a whole mission to get rid of the air bubbles. So some more water, and I think I'll need to go fetch some water. So the thing is, what I want to achieve is to get the water level in this top reservoir to about halfway. So this is also a good indication of where the level of the machine is. So once it will go through its paces now. It's a bit of a time-consuming process. I can hasten it up by putting air pressure somewhere, but I don't want to do that. I just want it to fold. So I've removed all the KOH out of the system, and there's a little bit left residue. So I know that just a little bit of mineral in the water is enough to produce gas. It's not going to be as efficient as before to make a big flame, but all I need is 333 milliliters per minute, and this machine with the KOH produces 10 to 12 milliliters, 10 to 12 liters per minute. So I'm sure I'll produce enough gas for our experiment. So I think I can switch it on just to check. So the purpose of this is to see the bubbles forming. At the same time, it washes if there's any chemicals from the electrolyzers, it will be washed by this water. This water, I'll put clean water in every cycle, and then this is a safety valve for if it's overpressured, or heaven forbids, if a spark comes in here, it will just shoot this open instead of bursting this Perspex pipe. And now I'm going to switch it on. So I've removed this funnel of mine, and I've reconnected this pipe back to there, and here you can see this is my water level actually there now. So when I switch it on, only the cooling fan is running. If I switch it on here, because there's no electrolyte in the water, normally it will start lifting up the amps if you turn this knob. But now, because of the very low level of electrolyte in the water, it only starts to do a thing round about there. There you can see that needle is lifting slightly, and there is Brown's gas forming. It draws about 2 amps of electricity, and this is bubbling. And that, I can assure you, is more than 333 milliliters per minute. So I'll test the amount of gas, and I'll adjust this knob until it's 333, so that I don't inhale too much of the gas. So just to show you that this is a flammable gas, I'm going to switch off the lights, and this is actually a hydrogen flame that you can't see. Unless I hold it close to paper, and you can see it starts to burn the paper. And on the machine you can see the amount of bubbles it produces now is enough to make this very tiny flame. So let's switch off the lights. So I want to use this bubbler as my final bubbler, and this will also be then the drinking water, but it needs to have a base to stand. So I'm just going to mount it on this piece of plastic. It's a recycled plastic. That's what I used to build the whole structure of this. And my table is also made from the same plastic. I think I need to have a little hole here, pocket, that it can be glued in securely. Just going to use this stroll to make the basic shape, and then take the rest out with the router. I'm doing a simple test just to see what is the liters per minute. So this little bottle is 120 milliliters. So I'm going to see if I turn it around in this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I finally had the guts to do this, and my confidence is growing. Every time I use this, I really feel good. It makes me feel energized. And this water is really, really very delicious. So I'm gonna carry on with this every day for a week, and next week I'll tell you how it went and how I feel. This machine is gonna be moved into the house, and then and it's easy for me just to sit there on the couch with this in my nostrils. I've got one of those thingies that you hook around your ears, and just relax and breathe in Brown's gas or Hydroxy. I never would have thought when I built this machine that I would use this as a supplement. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.